All right, so you mentioned the bus ride.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about that. Why are you going to be on a bus?
After the game Monday, I'll be with 25 professional players, support staff, headed to Dulles, taking a flight to Atlanta.
Oh.
For what reason?
I'm going to be broadcasting the Nats and the Atlanta Braves.
Look at the smile.
Look at
Charlie
that
Sloan.
smile.
Look at the smile on his
Now, how
face.
long has this been in the works? Because I know you've submitted audio before, and Charlie raved about it.
Yeah, it's been. I mean, it's been in the works for a while, but you always keep it under wraps until the team, gives you the courtesy to put that information out there. And I know, Mike Artell came to me, our digital guy, the other day, and was saying, "Hey, we want to do." I don't know anything. I said, "You better call the Nationals and make sure it's okay with them first." And then once they got that approval, the station put something out yesterday. In fact, somebody else tweeted it to me. I saw it. I didn't even see it.
So is this your first crack at play-by-play for Major League Baseball?
Yes,
Has this been a dream of yours since you were a kid?
absolutely. Since I was 5 years old.
Is this probably the number one gig? Is calling baseball, a Major League Baseball game for a young broadcaster like you?
I think any
Your
professional
number one dream?
sport. I think any professional sport, we all want to call something. We want to call pro football. When I was 16 years old, Frank Herzog came to the Board of Education and spoke in Anne Arundel County. And, I mean, I'm sitting in the front row, and as soon as it's over, boom, I make a beeline up to him. I'm the only guy that wanted to talk to him afterward because, you want to pick his brain and get some advice and stuff.
But is it baseball, like radio play-by-play, like for baseball? It's like the gig.
Right. Baseball. The great thing about baseball is baseball gives you the time to be descriptive. It gives you the time to, you're talking about the flags, the smell of the air from all the, the popcorn, the hot dogs, whatever. I mean, my God, we've got so many concessionaires now at games. You don't know what you're going to smell,
right.
Quite frankly, on the concourses, describing uniforms, players, how they walk up to the plate. I mean, there's just so many things that you can do, especially on the radio, to describe the atmosphere of a baseball game. I think as we were all growing up, there was probably a lot more lure of baseball. It's always been that way in terms of a radio sport.
It's just
been
a radio.
Number one.
Do you know which innings you will broadcast? Because Charlie does like innings 1 and 2, maybe.
Yeah, and I think Dave does 3 and 4. Charlie does 5. The other night I heard Dave do 6. Then I think Charlie did 7. Dave does 8, and Charlie does 9.
Now, is that standard in other markets, by the way? Or is that unique here?
I think it varies. It varies because right now in Baltimore, they have one play-by-play guy and they have a color guy.
Yeah.
So the play-by-play guy does all 9 innings, and then the color guy just kind of chimes
That's the more
in
traditional
from time to
way,
time.
though.
The traditional way in many
Was one
markets
guy.
Just one guy?
is
Just one?
I don't know.
One guy with a reliever. I remember growing up, like when John Miller used to do games for the Orioles.
Oh, it's him and Joe Angel. Miller and
but
Joe
John
Angel.
Miller, I feel like he did like 6 innings,
but
and then
then
Joe Angel maybe did 3.
But then the Orioles switched from they went Joe Angel, and who's the other guy that they had? They had Joe Angel and they had another play-by-play guy.
Can't remember.
The guy that says in
Either
the
way.
win column.
Either
Who is-
way.
Who is that?
That's Joe Angel's the guy that say in the win column.
Okay, well, it's the other guy. They had two play. They essentially had a Dave Jageler and a Charlie Slows. I can't remember.
Either way, it's awesome. It's awesome.
It's
and you've been knocking
look,
on the door
they
for a
wanted
long
to let
time.
me do one batter.
How much like preparation is involved now? You're a veteran play-by-play guy. You do an amazing job on Navy football games. You do all these other things. How much baseball have you done in the past as a play-by-play guy, and how much preparation you're going to have? You know the team. We all know the team.
Right.
But it's different because you need to know the opponent.
Biggest thing is just knowing the opponent. Obviously, you know the Nationals every day because you cover that team every day. But now the Braves have brought in so much young talent over the last couple of seasons, not just Ronald Acuna and Ozzie Albies, Freddie Freeman, Nick Markakis. It's guys like Austin Riley, who had game-tying home run in the 8th yesterday, game-winning hit in the 13th for them in their win over the Giants. They've had a similar situation as the Nationals in terms of the bullpen. They've had a revolving door of relievers because they've had same issues the Nationals have had in the bullpen. If they were able to close out some games, they'd be in first place in the NL East right now. But they have blown tons of games.
Are you
out of
more
that bullpen.
excited or nervous about this opportunity?
There's both. I think if you're not nervous, then you're not human.
Right.
In a situation like this, I equate it to when I for a month for Dave Rodman, the outstanding track announcer there. And look, Charlie and Dave are the best in the game. And people who listen every night expect that same level no matter who's behind the microphone. And you have to live up to that standard. If you don't live up to that standard, we know Twitter
you're going to hear about it right away.
Today, yeah, there's no question about it. So, I mean, I think that's the biggest thing. You have to live up to the standard that those two guys set. So it's a huge challenge from that standpoint.
You're going to do fine.
By the way, Fred Manfro was the guy.
Yeah, Fred Manfro.
Because they had Joe Angel and Fred Manfro.
Yeah. I thought they did the two guys because in this instance, like if one guy's not available, then this the one guy would do it.
Yeah,
But-
I mean, it varies from market to market. I mean,
Yeah.
Phillies go Scott Fransky and Larry Anderson, former relievers. So, I mean, some teams do it that way. Some teams do it with two different play-by-play guys during the course of the game.
Right. Well, it's awesome, Pete.
Thanks.
Super excited for you. Nobody deserves it more. Nobody works harder than Pete. Pete walks around here, I'm going to be honest, he's pissed off a lot of the time. He feels like people don't appreciate his talent. Yeah,
How about that?
Yeah, no, he does. He thinks that. He thinks that
He gets
should.
better when AWOD gets his
He
own
rightfully
show.
thinks he should be a bigger silly.
Right.
No,
But
not
this
necessarily.
is a great opportunity for you, and you deserve this platform.
Well, we'll see. It's up to me to, all you do is want an opportunity. I mean, thousands of play-by-play guys across this country every year send their stuff to ESPN, Fox, all this other stuff, and they all get the rejection city letter. I mean, we've all been there. So I mean, when this type of an opportunity comes in your lap, you got to take advantage of it.
Put me in, coach.
That's it.
Pete's ready to
exactly
play.
right.